जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय जगन्नाथ जगन्नाथ बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा। जय जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई, जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद। निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तरशत श्री श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस ऐसे भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी जगद्गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय। श्री रथ यात्रा महामहोत्सव की जय। श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की गौर प्रेमानंदे जगद्गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण। We are reading from Granthara Sri Chaitanya Charitamrut, Madhya Leela, chapter 12, the cleansing of the Gundicha temple. Text number 1. Please repeat after me. श्री गुंडिचा मंदिरमात्मवृंदैः सम्मार्जयन् क्षालनता स गौरः स्वचित्तवच्छीतलम् उज्ज्वलं च कृष्णोपवेशोपयेकं चकार। श्रीगुंडिचा मंदिरमात्मवृंदैः सम्मार्जयन् क्षालनतः स गौरः स्वचित्तवच्छीतलम् उज्ज्वलं च कृष्णोपवेशोपयिकं चकार। श्रीगुंडिचा मंदिरमात्मवृंदैः सम्मार्जयन् क्षालनतः स गौरः स्वचित्तवच्छीतलमुज्ज्वलं च कृष्णोपवेशोपयिकं चकार। Yes, Prabhuji. Bhima Prabhu. माताजी। Word-to-word meaning and translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Sri Gundicha, known as Gundicha, Mandiram, the temple, Atma Vrindai, with his associates, Sammarjayam, washing, Kshalanataha, by cleansing, Saha, that, Gauraha, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Swachittavat, like his own heart, Shitalam, cool and calm, Ujvalam, bright and clean, Cha, and Krishna, of Lord Sri Krishna, Upavesha, for the sitting, Aupayikam, befitting, Chakara, made. Translation. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu washed and cleansed the Gundicha temple with his devotees and associates. In this way, he made it as cool and bright as his own heart, and thus he made the temple a befitting place for Lord Sri Krishna to sit. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धान्त सरस्वती निति नामिने। श्रीवार्षभानवी देवी दायिताय कृपाब्धये कृष्णसम्बन्ध विज्ञान दायिने प्रभवे नमः। माधुर्योज्वल प्रेमाढ्य श्रीरूपानुग भक्तिदा श्रीगौरा करुणाशक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते। नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुग विरुद्ध अपसिद्धांत ध्वंतहारिणे। नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षाद् वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलंबर सांबोधे पदाम्बुजायते नमः। नमो भक्ते विनोदाय सच्चिदानंद नामिने गौरशक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुगवरायते। गौरवीर्भाव भूमेस्त्वं निर्देष्टा सज्जन प्रिया वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। जयतां सुरतौ पंगोर मम मंद मतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्व पदाम्बोजो राधा मदन मोहनौ। दिव्यवृंदारण्यकल्पद्रुमाध श्रीमद्रत्नागार सिंहासनस्थौ श्री श्री राधा श्रील गोविंद पृष्ठालिभिसेव्यमानो स्मरामि। श्रीमान रासरसारंभे वंशिवट तटस्थित कर्शन वेणु स्वनिर्गोपीर्गोपिन तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। आनंदलीलामय विग्रहाय हेमाभदिव्य छवि सुंदराय तस्मै महाप्रेमरसप्रदाय चैतन्यचंद्राय नमो नमस्ते। चैतन्यचंद्राय नमो नमस्ते। चैतन्यचंद्राय नमो नमस्ते। हरे कृष्णा। Before we commence the discussion on this exalted topic of the cleansing of Gundicha temple, I seek the blessings of all the assembled Vaishnavas headed by His Grace Bhima Prabhu and other senior devotees. Kindly give me your blessings so that I can speak and repeat the words of Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Today's appointed speaker of this topic was His Grace Gokuleshwar Prabhu, but because of some unprecedented arrangement, the temple manager, His Grace Hemgiri Prabhu, he came and ordered me that instead of him, he has got some higher engagement, some other engagement, you should be speaking. So following his instructions, I have dared to sit here and speak on this exalted topic. So with this background, I need your blessings to discuss the cleansing of Gundicha temple. Every year we hear this topic, and many of us might be thinking, I know it already. I know it already. What is so new about it? But Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he says, Shrunvatam Nityam. गीयताम गीयताम नित्यम श्री चैतन्य चरितामृतम भव सिंधु तरी बारे आचे जार चित्त श्रद्धा करे सेई जन शुन श्री चैतन्य चरित. If someone wants to cross over this ocean of birth and death, Bhava Sindhu, then regularly he should hear the pastimes of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So why once in a year we should hear this pastime of Gundicha temple marjan every day? Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur gives a very lengthy purport on this pastime. Prabhupada quotes here in this chapter, we'll read it, that this Gundicha temple cleansing is not only the temple cleansing of Gundicha Devi, where Lord Jagannath comes and sits with his elder brother and younger sister, but this symbolical pastime is very much identical with our Maha cleaning of the heart. Our heart has become dirty because of its association with material nature since time immemorial. And Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through this pastime is demonstrating that Lord Jagannath will not come and sit in your heart as long as it is dirty. Unless and until we thoroughly clean it from all the vices of kama, krodha, lobh, mad, moha, matsar and many other anarthas, Lord Jagannath will not come and sit in our heart. So first and foremost priority is to clean our heart. So that's why this chapter of the Madhya Lila, 12th chapter, the cleansing of the Gundicha temple, has a very big significance in the life of a sadhaka. So our acharyas have given much importance to these pastimes so that we can learn something from this pastime and implement the teachings of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his devotees through this pastime, and we can clean our heart wherein Lord Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra can come and reside there. As we know, in the pastime of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was touring the South India, about 2 years, he traveled all over South India. He went up to Setubandha. Prabhupada writes there, Setubandha is the southernmost part of India, not Kanyakumari. Prabhupada writes, Rameshwar. And he goes up to Dhanushkoti, and from there he takes his turn and comes via Kanyakumari through Mallardesh, Karnataka, and then Maharashtra, then Gujarat. Then again he travels to Kovur to meet Ramananda Rai second time. He goes to Ramananda Rai just to take him to Jagannath Puri. And Ramananda Rai tells him that you go ahead, I'll follow you after a few days. The devotees of Jagannath Puri, including Pratap Rudra Maharaj, Gajapati Maharaj, he was hankering for the meeting and darshan of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As soon as he had heard about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and other devotees, he was very much anxious to get darshan of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he comes to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and he requests him, you do anything but arrange my meeting with Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. First of all, why did you allow him to go to South India? Jagannath Puri is the headquarter of Jagannath. All the holy places reside here. Why he had to go to visit all these holy places? That's how he argues with Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya in a devotional mood. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya tells him, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Abhidnya Swarat. Nobody can bind him. Whatever Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wants, he will do it. With his supreme sweet will, he, on his own accord, he has gone to South India and he has promised that he will return. The devotees of Jagannath Puri, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Maharaj Prataprudra, Kashi Mishra, Tulsi Paricha, Shikhi Mahiti, all those devotees, they were waiting for Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just as the bird known as Chataka waits for the rain of monsoon clouds. This particular bird is named by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, giving an example that how the devotees of Puri were waiting for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because this Chataka bird, to quench his thirst, it will never go to any reservoir of water, any pond or any river. This bird always waits for the rain to shower upon him, and then only this bird becomes satisfied. Any other sweet water ponds or rivers will not satisfy his quench, his thirst. No matter, even if the thunderbolt strikes upon this bird, still this bird will not give up its determination for the rain that is coming from the monsoon clouds. Whole throughout the year, this bird waits. So similarly, the devotees of Jagannath Puri were waiting for Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anxiously, desperately they were waiting. When the all-merciful Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will come back and shower the mercy rain upon these Chataka-like birds, devotees, and then they will be satisfied. That was their mental, psychological condition described by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. And when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrived in Jagannath Puri, he arrived at Alalnath, and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya sends Gopinath Acharya and other devotees to welcome him. As soon as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu enters the precincts of Jagannath Puri, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya goes and welcomes him. And at that time, he requests to give darshan to Lord Gajapati Maharaj Prataprudra, the Lord of Orissa. Immediately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rejects. He says, Sannyasira alpachidral sarva loke gai. I cannot meet, I am a sannyasi, I cannot meet a worldly minded people and a king like Prataprudra. He is always dealing with pounds and shillings. I cannot deal with him, I cannot meet with him. And that's how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rejects his plea. And Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in this 12th chapter, the first half, he goes on describing the determination of Maharaj Prataprudra. He decides to become a mendicant if Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doesn't give his mercy. He says, Mahaprabhu has come to deliver each and everyone else, 7 except Prataprudra. He has delivered even Jagai in Madhai. Without me, how he will be called as Patit Pavan? And that's how he shows his determination. Devotees headed by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Ramananda Rai, time and again they were trying to convince Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but Mahaprabhu rejects their request. And he threatens them that I will go to Alalnath if you again put this petition to me. So there is a nice description that how Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu describes that he will not give his darshan to Prataprudra. And we can learn something from Prataprudra Maharaja's determination. And then we begin our today's discussion. Can you show text number 73 of the same chapter? 71. In this way, first 70 verses describe about Maharaj Pratapradra's determination to see Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then 71 onwards, the Gundicha temple margin begins. এই মত নানারঙ্গে দিন কত গেলা জগন্নাথের রথ যাত্রা নিকট হইলা. In this way, Lord Chaitanya passed some days in great jubilation. Then the car festival of Lord Jagannath approached. प्रथम यही काशी मिश्रे प्रभु बोलाइला पडीच्या पात्र सार्वभौमे बोलाया आनिला. First of all, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu invited these three devotees, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Kashi Mishra, and Tulsi Padicha. We know from Gaur Ganesh Deepika that Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was none other than the guru of the demigods, Brahaspati. And to tell you the greatness of Kashi Mishra, the king of Orissa, Gajapati Maharaj, who had defended entire Orissa from the Mughal attacks, he was so powerful. That king of Orissa, whenever he would visit Jagannath Puri, he would come to Kashi Mishra and he would massage his lotus feet. He would massage his lotus feet. That much great is Kashi Mishra. He is not an ordinary soul. He is a very great devotee. The king of Orissa serves his lotus feet, considering him to be a very great senior Vaishnava. He was something like president of Jagannath temple in those days. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was Rajguru, the guru of Prataprudra Maharaj. That's why he called Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Then he called Kashi Mishra, the president of the temple. More or less he was like that only. And Tulsi Padicha, he was like temple commander. Whenever there was some activity in Jagannath temple, Mahaprabhu would call Tulsi Padicha, Patra, his last name. He invited these three devotees. तीन जने पाशे प्रभु हासिया कहिला गुंडीचा मंदिर मार्जन सेवा मागी मिला. When these three people came before the Lord, he begged them for permission to wash the temple known as Gundicha. As we know, Gundicha was the queen of Maharaj Indradyumna, after whom the temple of Jagannath is named as Gundicha temple. So Nilachal is Sri Mandir, that is Jagannath's primary temple, and secondary temple of Jagannath is Gundicha temple, wherein he goes and stays from Ashad Shukla Dvitiya up to next 8-9 days. In the purport, Prabhupada says, the Gundicha temple is situated 2 miles northeast of Jagannath temple. At the time of the Rath Yatra festival, Lord Jagannath goes to the Gundicha temple from his original temple and stays there for 1 week. After 1 week, he returns to his original temple. It is understood by hearsay that the wife of Indradyumna, the king who established the Jagannath temple, was known as Gundicha. There is also mention of the name of Gundicha temple in authorized scripture. The area of the Gundicha temple is estimated to be 288 cubits by 215 cubits. A cubit is about 1.5 feet. The main temple inside is about 36 cubits by 30 cubits. And the Kirtan hall is 32 cubits by 30 cubits. जय श्री राधा रास बिहारी सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान गौरनिताय भगवान की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. So after hearing the request of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu तुलसी परीचा says, परीचा कहे आमी सब सेवक तोमार, जे तोमार इच्छा से कर्तव्य आमार. Upon hearing the Lord's request for permission to wash the Gundicha temple, the Paricha, the superintendent of the temple, said, "My dear sir, we are all your servants. Whatever you desire is our duty to perform." विशेष राजार आज्ञा हैयाचे आमारे, प्रभुर आज्ञा जैसे शीघ्र करिबारे. This is the standing order of the king, King Prataprudra. Whatever Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells, you have to perform it. तोमार योग्य सेवा न है मंदिर मार्जन, यही एक लीला कर जे तोमार मन. My dear Lord, washing the temple is not service befitting you. Nonetheless, if you wish to do so, it is to be accepted as one of your pastimes. So Tulsi Paricha is saying, my dear Lord, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and it is not befitting for you to clean the temple. As we see here in our temple every day, there are certain people, they are appointed for cleaning the temple. You can just imagine, once in a year we do this cleaning, and we call ourselves as devotees, we are doing it. Some of the devotees may take photograph and show it on Facebook also, and WhatsApp profile also, isn't it? But just imagine, there are certain appointed people, they are so fortunate, every day they do it. Every day they are doing it. So in that context, Tulsi Paricha is saying, my dear Lord, it is the work of some other people, please don't do it. But still, if you want to do it, nobody can obstruct you. You will do it anyway. And you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So there is no obstruction for this desire of yours. किंतु घट सम्मार्जनी बहुत चाहिए, आज्ञा देह आजी सब इह आनी दिए. To wash the temple, you need many water pots and brooms. Therefore order me, I can immediately bring all these things to you. नूतन एक शत घट शत सम्मार्जनी, परीचा आनी या दिला प्रभुरीच्छा जानी. Although Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not directly order him, but just by understanding the desire of the Lord, he brought 100 brooms and 100 new water pots. It was the standing order of Maharaj Prataprudra that you should not wait for the instruction of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Just by his ingita, just by his indications, you should understand what does Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu want. And you should obey without any hesitation, immediately. So this is called as first class servant. Without any expressing desire of the master, he should immediately understand the heart of the master and obey it. That is called as first class servant. And this was shown by Tulsi Paricha. Aradine prabhate laya nijagan, Shri haste sabar ange lepila chandan. So this is the vidya of Gundicha Mandir Marjan. Next day early morning, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Lord took his personal associates with him, and with his own hand smeared sandalwood pulp on their bodies. श्री हस्ते दिला सबार एक एक मार्जनी, सब गण लैया प्रभु चलिला आपनी. And he gave one brooms in each devotee's hand. And then personally with him, the Lord went to Gundicha temple. Gundicha mandire gela karite marjan, prathame marjani laya karila shodhan. In this way, the Lord and his associates went to cleanse the Gundicha temple. At first, they cleansed the temple with the brooms. पहले झाड़ू लगाया. भीतर मंदिर ऊपर सकल माजिला, सिंहासन माझी पुनः स्थापना करिला. The Lord cleansed everything inside the temple very nicely, including the ceiling. He then took up the sitting place, Simhasan, cleansed it again and put it in its original place. छोटा बड़ा मंदिर कैला मार्जन शोधन, पाछे तैछे शोधिला श्री जगमोहन. Thus the Lord and his companions cleansed the and swept all the temple's buildings, big and small, and finally cleansed the area between the temple and the Kirtan hall. The Kirtan hall of Jagannath is called as Jagamohan because it attracts the entire world. From there, the entire world is attracted towards Lord Jagannath, Jagamohan. चारिदिके शतभक्त सम्मार्जनी करे आपण ईशोदेन प्रभु शिखाना सबारे. Indeed, hundreds of devotees were engaged in cleansing all around the temple, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was personally carrying out the operation just to instruct others. Yadeda Atarati Shreshtas. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was personally heading the project. Premollase shodhena layen Krishna naam Bhaktagana Krishna kahe kare nij kaam. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu washed and cleansed the temple in great jubilation, chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna all the time. Similarly, all the devotees were also chanting and at the same time performing their respective duties. So that means, one devotee was explaining that when they were asking something, they were just saying Krishna Krishna, Baju hat jao, Krishna Krishna, take this ghada, Krishna Krishna. Like that. They were able to understand the language just by chanting Krishna Krishna. What the devotee is asking for. So that is the transcendental communication system of Krishna consciousness. When we become 100% pure, we will be able to communicate in that language. धूलि धूसर तनु देखिते शोधन कहाँ कहाँ अश्रु जले करे सम्मार्जन. The entire beautiful body of the Lord was covered with dust and dirt. In this way, it became transcendently beautiful. At times, when cleansing the temple, the Lord shed tears, and in some places, he even cleansed with those tears. Bhoga mandir shodhan kari shodhila prangan sakal avasa krame karila shodhan. After this, the place where the deity's food was kept, Bhoga Mandir was cleansed, then the yard was cleansed, and then all the residential quarters, one after other. Trunadhuli Jhinkura Sab Ekatra Kariya Bahirvase Laya Phelai Bahira Kariya. After Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu collected all the straw, dust and grains of sand in one place, he gathered it all in his cloth and threw it outside. मत भक्तगण करी निज वासे तृण धूलि बाहिरे फैलाए परमहर्षि. In this way the devotees were also doing. प्रभु कहे के कतक अच्छे सम्मार्जन तृण धूलि देखी ले जानी बे परिश्रम. The Lord then told the devotees, I can tell how much you have labored and how well you have cleansed the temple simply by seeing all the straw and dust you have collected outside. How much dirt you have collected, that will determine how much labor you have put together to clean this temple. Sabar jhatana boja ekatra karila sabha haite prabhura boja adhikahaila. Even though all the devotees collected dirt in one pile, the dirt collected by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was much greater. That is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whatever he does, he defeats everyone else. यही मत अभ्यंतर करीला मार्जन पुनः सभा कार्य दिक करियावर बंटन. After the inside of the temple was cleansed, the Lord again allotted areas for the devotees to clean. सूक्ष्म धूलि तृण कंकर सब करह दूर भाला मते शोधन कर प्रभुर अंतपुर. The Lord then ordered everyone to cleanse the inside of the temple very perfectly by taking finer dust, straws and grains of sand and throwing them outside. सब वैष्णव लैया जबे दुई बार शोधिला देखे महाप्रभुर मन संतोष हईला. So after Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all the Vaishnavas cleansed the temple for the second time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very happy to see the cleaning work. Ara shata jana shata ghate jala bhari pratham yehi laya ache kaila apeksha kari. While the temple was being swept, about 100 men stood ready with filled water pots, and they simply awaited the Lord's order to throw the water for them. So there were 100 other devotees who had carried water from Indradimna Sarovar, that is nearby the Gundicha temple, and they were just waiting for the indication of the Lord, when the Lord will tell and will throw the water. Jala ana boli jabe Mahaprabhu kahila, tabe shata ghata ani Prabhu aage dila. As soon as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called for water, all the men immediately brought the 100 water pots, which were completely filled, and delivered them before the Lord. प्रथमे ते करीला प्रभु मंदिर प्रक्षालन ऊर्ध्व आधो भित्ति ग्रह मध्य सिंहासन. In this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first washed the main temple and then thoroughly washed the ceiling, the walls, the floor, the sitting place, simhasan, and everything else within the room. खापर भरिया जल ऊर्ध्व चला इला से जले ऊर्ध्व शोध भित्ति प्रकाशिला. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself and his devotees began to throw water onto the ceiling. ऊपर फेंकने लगे. Just imagine the incidents. When this water fell, it washed the walls and floor. Shri haste kare na simhasane ramarjan Prabhu aage jala ani deya bhaktagan. Now there is an interesting pastime. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to wash the sitting place of Lord Jagannath with his own hands, and all the devotees began to bring water to the Lord. Bhaktagane kare graha madhya prakshala nija nija haste kare mandira marjan. All the devotees with the temple began to wash. Each one had a broom in his hand, and in this way they cleansed the temple of the Lord. Keha jala ani deo Mahaprabhur kare, keha jala deo tana charana upare. Someone brought water to pour into the hands of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and someone poured water on his lotus feet. केह लुकाइया करे से जलपान केह मागी लैया केह अन्य करे दान. The water that fell from the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was drunk by someone who hid himself. It was nobody's daring that they could do it in front of the Lord. Someone else begged for that water, and another person was giving that water in charity, Charanamrit. It was all done in a hidden way. Nobody could dare to do so in front of the Lord with his notice. Ghara dhuyi pranalikay jala chhadi dila se jale prangana sab bhariya rahila. After the room was washed, the water was let out through an outlet, and it then flowed and filled in yard outside. निज वस्त्रे कैला प्रभु गृह सम्मार्जन महाप्रभु निज वस्त्रे माजिला सिंहासन. The Lord mopped the rooms with his own cloths, and he polished the throne with them also. शतघट जले हैरा मंदिर अमार्जन मंदिर शोधिया कैला येना निजमान. In this way, all the rooms were cleansed with 100 water pots. After the rooms had been cleansed, the minds of the devotees were as clean as the rooms. So when our mind becomes like that Gundicha temple, then Lord Jagannath will come and reside in our heart. Nirmala shitala snigdha karila mandire apan arudaya yena dharila bahire. When the temple was cleansed, it was purified, cool and pleasing, just as if the Lord's own pure mind had appeared. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu during Rath Yatra, he calls Lord Jagannath and he tells, Mora mana Vrindavana. And Gundicha temple is also considered as Vrindavan Dham. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu cleansed it. Shata shata jana jala bhare sarovare ghate sthana nahi keha kupe jala bhare. Since hundreds of men were engaged in bringing water from the lake, there was no place to stand on the banks. Consequently, someone began to draw water from a well. There was no place to bring water from the lake. Indradimna, it's a very beautiful lake, you can see when you go to Jagannath Puri. And there was no place, so they were bringing from some other wells. Purna kumbha laya aise shata bhaktagan shunya ghata laya jai arashatajan. Hundreds of devotees brought water in the pots, and hundreds took the empty pots away to fill them up. Nityananda Advaita Swarup Bharati Puri Iha Vinu Arasab Ane Jala Bhari. With the exception of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Sarup Damodar, Brahmananda Bharati and Paramananda Puri. All these were disciples of Madhavendra Puri. Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, except Sarup Damodar Goswami. Brahmananda Bharati and Paramananda Puri, they were disciples of Madhavendra Puri. They did not bring water. Everybody else, they were bringing. Ghate ghate theki kata, ghate bhangi gela, shata shata ghata loke tahanaya, aila. Many of the water pots were broken when the people collided with one another, and hundreds of men had bring new water pots to fill. They were made out of clay. Now also they have clay water pots. And because of that whole rush and commotion, they were colliding with each other, and the water pots were broken. And the new water pots were ready for the next work. Jala bhare ghar dhoya, kare hari dhvani, Krishna hari dhvani vina arnahi shuni. Some people were filling the water pots, and others were washing the rooms. But everyone was engaged in chanting the holy name of Krishna and Hari. Hari Hari! Hari Hari! Hari Hari! This is Jagannath's festival. You are chanting as if you are doing Nirjala Ekadashi. You should chant it very loudly. Hari Hari! Hari Hari! Hari Hari! Immediately after this class there is a breakfast. Don't worry. Chant Hari. Jai Jai kahe sei, kahe Krishna Nama haila sanket, sab kam. Whenever anyone had to speak, he did so by uttering the holy name of Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hari Hari. That's all. That was the only thing which was going on. That is the ideal standard of Gundicha Mandir Mahajan. That's how it should happen here now in the Radha Rasbihari temple. Consequently, the holy name of Krishna became an indication for everyone who wanted something. Premaveshe Prabhu kahe Krishna Krishna naam, ekale premaveshe kare shatajan erkam. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is doing the work of hundreds of devotees all alone. Shatahaste kare niyana kshalana marjan, prati jana pashe jai kare na shikshan. As if he had 100 hands, he would clean, and he would go and inspect other devotees what they are doing. भाल देखी तारे करे प्रशंसन, मने ना मानिले करे पवित्र भर्सन. If someone is doing nicely, he would glorify him. Oh, you are doing very nicely. And if someone is not doing properly, he would chastise them. So that is the ideal work. भाल क्रम देखी करे, हाँ, तुम्हें भालो करिया छे शिखाया अन्य. You are doing it nicely, teach it to others. यही मत भालो कर्म से हो जे न करे, so that others can do it nicely. जे कथा सुनिया सबे संकुचित हैया, भालो मन करे करे सबका मन दिया. As soon as they heard Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said this, everyone was ashamed, became ashamed. Thus the devotees began to work with great attention. 22. हे न काले गौड़िया एक सुबुद्धि सरल प्रभु रचरण युग दिला घट जल. After everything was thoroughly washed, a Vaishnava from Bengal, who was very intelligent and simple, came and poured water on the lotus feet of the Lord. से जल लैया अपने पान कैला, तहा देखी प्रभुर मने दुख रोष हैला. The Gaudiya Vaishnava then took that water and drank it himself. Seeing that, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt a little unhappy and was also outwardly angry. Inwardly he was happy, but outwardly he was angry. Yadyapi Gosai tare hayya che santosh. See what Kaviraj Goswami is saying, his purport. Yadyapi Gosai tare hayya che santosh, dharma samsthapana lagi bahire maharosh. Although the Lord was certainly satisfied with him, he became angry externally in order to establish the etiquette of religious principle. शिक्षा लागे स्वरूपे डाकी कही लाता हारे, यही देखा तो मारा गौड़ियार व्यवहारे. The Lord then called for Sarup Damodar and told him, just see the behavior of your Bengali Vaishnava. So our Acharyas has given purport elsewhere by calling that Gaudiya Vaishnava as Bengali Vaishnava. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has put us all together under the care of Srila Sarup Damodar Goswami, And who is Sarup Damodar Goswami in Krishna Lila? Lalita Sakhi. And his primary servant is Lalita Sakhi's primary servant. Her maid servant is Rupa Goswami. And this mission is Rupanuga Sampradaya. And Prabhupada is the foremost and most glorified servant of Srila Rupa Goswami. In this way, we are kept under the superintendence of Srila Sarup Damodar Goswami, who is Lalita Sakhi. ईश्वरे मंदिरे मोर पद धोइला से जल आपने लैया पान कैला. This person has washed my lotus feet in the temple of Jagannath, my feet in the temple of Jagannath, and he has committed an offense and he has drank it. यही अपराधे मोर कहाँ हबे गति तोमार गौड़िया करे इते का प्रफजिति. Prabhupada writes it very nicely. I'll read the purport. I now do not know what my destination is because of this offense. Indeed, your Bengali Vaishnava has greatly implicated me. Purport. It is significant that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Sarup Damodar Goswami that the Bengali Vaishnava was your Gaudiya Vaishnava. This means that all Gaudiya Vaishnavas who are followers of the Gaudiya Chaitanya cult are subordinate to Sarup Damodar Goswami. The parampara system is very strictly observed by Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's personal secretary was Sarup Damodar Goswami. The next group of the devotees was the 6 Goswamis, then Kaviraj Goswami. It is necessary to observe the parampara system of the Chaitanya cult. There are many offenses one can commit while serving the Lord, and then there are many offenses one can commit while serving the Lord, and these are described in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Hari Bhakti Vilas, and other books. So Prabhupada goes on explaining. According to the rules and regulations, no one should accept obeisances in the temple of the Lord before the deity, nor it is proper for a devotee to offer obeisances and touch the feet of the spiritual master before the deity. This is considered an offense. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself was personally the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, it was not actually offense to wash his lotus feet in the temple. However, because he was playing the part of an acharya, the Lord considered himself an ordinary human being. He also wanted to give instructions to ordinary human beings. The point out is that even though one plays the part of a spiritual master, he should not accept obeisances or permit a disciple to wash his feet before the deity. This is a matter of etiquette. So in this way, Sarup Damodar Goswami chastises that Bengali Vaishnava, Dheka Mari, it comes there, and he chastises him and throws him out of the temple. And thereafter he comes back and he begs forgiveness on behalf of that Vaishnava from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So similarly, we are the followers of Srila Prabhupada. For our offenses, if Srila Prabhupada seeks blessings of Radha Rasbehari and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then only will be forgiven. Otherwise, it is impossible to achieve the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. To the purport of 135, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur gives a very lengthy explanation. I'll try to read as much as possible and then stop for our today's discussion. एई मत पुरोवत आगे पथ यत सकल शोधिला तहा केवर्णी बेकत. Outside the gateway of the temple, all the roads were also cleansed, and no one could tell exactly how this was done. Srila Prabhupada is, as it is quoting the purport of His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. In commenting on the cleansing of the Gundicha temple, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as the world leader, was personally giving instructions on how one should receive Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, within one's cleansed and pacified heart. If one wants to see Krishna seated in his heart, he must first cleanse the heart as prescribed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his Shikshashtakam, Cheto Darpana Marjanam. In this age, everyone's heart is especially unclean, as confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam. Hrudayantastoy abhadrani, to wash away all the dirty things accumulated within the heart. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised everyone to chant the Hare Krishna mantra. The first result will be that the heart is cleansed. Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam 1-17 confirms this statement. Shrunvatam Swakatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtanam Hrudayantastoya Bhadrani Vidhunoti Surutsatam. Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma, super soul in everyone's heart and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses desires for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who relishes his messages, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. If a devotee at all wants to cleanse his heart, he must chant and hear the glories of the Lord Sri Krishna. Shrunvatam Swakatha Krishna. This is a simple process. Krishna himself will help cleanse the heart because he is already seated there. Krishna wants to continue living within the heart and the Lord wants to give directions. But one has to keep his heart as clean as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu kept the Gundicha temple. The devotee therefore has to cleanse his heart just as the Lord cleansed the Gundicha temple. In this way, one can be pacified and enriched in devotional service. If the heart is filled with straw, grains and sand, weeds or dust, in other words, Anyabhilasha Purna, one cannot enthrone the Supreme Personality of Godhead there. The heart must be cleansed of all material motives brought about through fruitive work, speculative knowledge, the mystic yoga system and so many other forms of so-called meditation. The heart must be cleansed without ulterior motive. As Srila Rupa Goswami says, Anyabhilashita Shunyam Jnana Karmadi Anavritam. In other words, there should not be any external motive. One should not attempt material upliftment, understanding the supremacy by speculative knowledge, fruitive activity, severe austerity and penances and so on. All these activities are against the natural growth of spontaneous love for Godhead. Love of Godhead. As soon as these are present within the heart should be understood to be unclean and therefore unfit to serve as Krishna's sitting place. We cannot perceive the Lord's presence in our hearts unless our hearts are cleansed. A material desire is explained as a desire to enjoy material world to its fullest extent. In modern language, this is called economic development. An inordinate desire for economic development is considered to be like straws and grains and sand within the heart. If one is overly engaged in material activity, the heart will always remain disturbed, as stated by Narottam Das Thakur. Samsara vishanale divanishi jale jodaite na kauno upai. In other words, endeavor for material opulence is against the principles of devotional service. Material enjoyment includes activities such as great sacrifices for auspicious activity, charity, austerity, elevation to the higher planetary system, and even living happily within the material world. Modernized material benefits are like the dust of material contamination. When this dust is agitated by the whirlwind of fruitive activity, it overcomes the heart. Thus, the mirror of the heart is covered with dust. There are many desires to perform auspicious and inauspicious activities, but people do not know how life after life they are keeping their hearts unclean. One who cannot give up the desire for fruitive activity is understood to be covered by the dust of material contamination. Karmis generally think that the interaction of fruitive activities can be counteracted by another karma or fruitive activity. This is certainly a mistaken conception. If one is deluded by such conception, he is cheated by his own activity. Such activities have been compared to an elephant's bathing. An elephant may bathe very thoroughly, but as soon as it comes out of the river, it immediately takes some sand from the land and throws it all over its body. If one suffers due to his past fruitive activities, he cannot counteract his suffering by performing auspicious activities. The suffering of human society cannot be counteracted by material plans. The only way suffering can be mitigated by Krishna consciousness. When one takes to Krishna consciousness and engages himself in devotional service of the Lord, beginning with chanting and hearing the glories of the Lord, the cleansing of the heart begins. When the heart is actually cleansed, one can clearly see the Lord sitting there without any disturbance. In Srimad Bhagavatam 10.4.68, the Lord confirms that He sits within the heart of the pure devotee. Sadhavo Rudayam Mahyam Sadhunam Rudayam Toham. Impersonal speculation, monism, merging into the existence of supreme speculative knowledge, mystic yoga, and meditation are all compared to grains of sand. They simply cause irritation to the heart. No one can satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead by such activities, nor do we give the Lord a chance to sit in our hearts peacefully. Rather, the Lord is simply disturbed by them. Sometimes yogis and jnanis in the beginning take to the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra as a way to begin their various practices. But when they falsely think that they have attained release from the bondage of material existence, they give up chanting. They do not consider that the ultimate goal is the life of the Lord. Ultimate goal is the form of the Lord and the name of the Lord. Such unfortunate creatures are never favored by the personality of Godhead, for they do not know what the devotional service is. Lord Krishna describes in the Bhagavad Gita in this way: Tanaham dvishatam kruram samsareshu naradhaman kshipami ajasram ashubham asuro shu eva yonishu. Those who are envious and mischievous, who are the lowest among men, I perpetually cast into the ocean of material existence, into various demoniac species of life. Bhagavad Gita 16.19. By his practical example, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has shown us that all the grains of sand must be picked up thoroughly and thrown outside. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also cleansed the outside of the temple, fearing that the grains of sand would again come within. In this condition, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur explains that even though one may become free from the desire for fruitive activity, sometimes the subtle desire for fruitive activity again comes into being within the heart. One often thinks of conducting business to improve devotional activity, but the contamination is so strong that it may later develop into misunderstanding, describing as kutinati, fault finding, and pratisthasha, the desire for name and fame, for high position, jiva hinsa, envy of the other living entities, nishiddhachar, accepting things forbidden in the shastras, kama, desire for material gain, and puja, hankering for popularity. The word kutinati means duplicity. As an example of pratisthasha, one may attempt to imitate Srila Haridas Thakur by living in a solitary place. One's real desire may be for name and fame. In other words, one thinks that fools will accept one to be as good as Haridas Thakur just because one lives in a solitary place. These are all material desires. A neophyte devotee is certain to be attacked by other material desires as well, namely desires for woman and money. In this way, the heart is again filled with dirty things and becomes harder and harder, like that of a materialist. Gradually, one desires to become a reputed devotee or an avatar incarnation. There are another two more purports, two more paragraphs I'll just complete. The purport is very important for us. The word jiva himsa, envy of the other living entity, actually means stopping the preaching of Krishna consciousness. See the definition of himsa, jiva hinsa. The word jiva hinsa actually means stopping the preaching of Krishna consciousness. Preaching work is described as paropakara, welfare activity for others. Those who are ignorant of the benefits of devotional service must be educated by preaching. If one stops preaching and simply sits down in a solitary place, he is engaging in material activity. If one desires to make a compromise with the Mayavadis, he is also engaged in material activity. A devotee should never make compromise with non-devotees. By acting as a professional guru, mystic yogi, or a miracle man, one may cheat and bluff the general public and gain fame as a worldful mystic. And all this is considered to be dust, straw, and grains of sand within the heart. In addition, one should follow the regulative principles and not desire illicit sex, gambling, intoxicants, or meat. To give us practical instructions, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu cleansed the temple twice. His second cleansing was more thorough. The idea was to throw away all the stumbling blocks on the path of devotional service. He cleansed the temple with firm conviction, as is evident from his using his own personal garments for cleansing. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to see personally that the temple was thoroughly cleansed to the standard of clean marble. Clean marble gives a cooling effect. Devotional service means attaining peace from all disturbances caused by material contamination. In other words, it is the process by which the mind is cooled. The mind can be peaceful and thoroughly cleansed when one no longer desires anything but devotional service. Even though all dirty things may be cleansed away, sometimes subtle desires remain in the heart for impersonalism, monism, success, and the four principles of religious activity: dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. All these are like spots on clean cloth. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also wanted to cleanse away all this. By his practical activity, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu informed us how to cleanse our heart. Once the heart is cleansed, we should invite Lord Sri Krishna to sit down, and we should observe the festival by distributing prasadam and chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to teach every devotee by his personal behavior. Everyone who spreads the cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepts a similar responsibility. The Lord was personally chastising and praising individuals in the course of the cleaning, and those who are engaged as an acharya must learn from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu how to train devotees by personal example. The Lord was very pleased with those who could cleanse the temple by taking out the undesirable things accumulated within. This is called anartha nivrutti, cleansing the heart of all unwanted things. Thus, the cleansing of the Gundicha Mandir was conducted by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to let us know how the heart should be cleansed and smooth to receive Lord Sri Krishna and enable him to sit within the heart without disturbance. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrut ki, Shri Gundicha Mandir Marjan Mahamahotsav ki, Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we have crossed our time limit. I was supposed to end by 9, but 10 minutes I have gone cross, so we will not take any comments, any questions. I request all the devotees who are appointed for services, they can proceed for their services. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.